Okay, we'll give it a try one more time here. If this continues to have problems, I'm going to have to check the settings in XSplit and see if I can find out what's going on, make sure it's hitting the right server. It might be a server issue too. But we're back. Okay, I'll go ahead and unpause. Apologies for that. Dropping frames on the broadcaster, so hopefully I'll have fixed that. If I continue to have problems, I'll have to check some of the settings, make sure I'm hitting the right broadcast server, or maybe just switch servers. I think I'm on the Dallas server right now. I might have to switch servers if I continue to have problems. I've had problems the last few days with drop frames, so might be an ongoing issue that I have to resolve. So we've got, like I said, 4 children. Okay, one of them just became a laborer, so we have a 4th laborer now. I think we have a new crop that we can plant here. Yes, we've got soybeans up here. Let's put some blackberries in, and we'll add a 3rd farm worker there. We've got 2 farmers next to that. We've got 1 farmer and 1 trader there, and we've got a pair of laborers there. That's 3 farmers, 1 for each field. So we're set up good there. Speaking of trader, what do we have stored up for trade-off right now? Hide coats, 85. That's a little less than 1,500. 225 less than 1,500 is 1,275 in value there. Ton of soybeans. So yeah, we've got enough to buy some more seeds if they become available in the next trader trip. And we can also put our church back active and still have a couple laborers available. Let's see, our tools I'm going to bump up. We have plenty of iron right now. Bump that up to 125. Herbs at 100. We're still not at that point yet. Clothes at 50. Oh, let's bump that up to 75. I'm not dropping frames, so I'm not sure why my stream just reset. Okay, so that farm is being worked now. Is that farm not being worked? Why is that farm not being worked? Whoa, what's going on here? One, two, three. I should only need 3 farmers. I have 3 farmers. It's summer. Why is this farm not being worked? We're going to lose an entire harvest here for some reason. Let's see, what's going on with this farm here? I don't know what's going on with this farm. Doesn't look like it's been planted. There'd be some coming up. I've got farmers assigned. Right? Oh, it's not, he didn't come to work this field. What the heck? 2 of 3 here? I don't need 2 here. Okay, what's going on with my farmers here? Orchard doesn't need 2. There we go. Okay, that was a bit strange. We're going to lose some productivity this year. That's fine. We've got plenty of food in storage, and I'll have to keep an eye on that. This farmer only needed 1, or this farm only needed 1 before, to get a full harvest. That farm should only need one, and the orchard certainly only needs one. I'll have to watch that next time I put those to work, because I generally pull the farmers off farm duty after the fall harvest and let them work as general laborers, which technically I probably don't need to do anymore. I have enough people in the labor pool that I don't have to actually do that. And there we had lost one of our occupants of this house due to old age, so the 75-year-old Theodore is still there living by himself, the old bachelor. We've also picked up how many children so far? That was a winter child. So this year we've gotten 2 new students, 3 new students, 1 new laborer, and 1 new child named Leonore. Where's Leonore living? Right here in the farmer's house. Okay, so we have a farmer's daughter. Okay, this stone has been mostly gathered. There's still some up here to gather, so we'll continue to gather that. There's a bunch more up there along the shore as well. Plenty of ground materials for me to grab right now. There's probably some over here across the way too. Yeah, there's a bunch up here next to the Hunter's Lodge. Now up here we're probably going to put another mine of some sort. And down here we'll put our coal mine as well. Once we have another 3 or 4 extra laborers, we'll add the coal mine and start producing some steel. And there's a bunch of good mods out there. This is the best overall mod, I think, or at least I should say that I've tested. That adds a bunch of content. You can see here in the Professions tab, everything here from the silk farmer down this column and up this column all the way down to the fire bundler are all new professions. I think I added up to 21 new professions, and each of the professions adds new goods to farm, mine, harvest, produce, etc., and new buildings to go with them. So lots of content. Some of the other mods that I thought about adding, but I didn't want to break this particular save. The one-to-one aging mod is really neat. Right now, citizens are aging at the rate of 5 years for every year that passes, or about 1 1/4 years per season. The one-to-one mod changes it so that they age 1 year to 1 year. Which obviously slows everything down, but gives it a little bit more. Okay, we've got some crops planted there in that field now, so that's good, and the blackberries are pretty much fully planted as well. Anyway, makes it an interesting mod. You add that, and that's the flux capacitor, flux mod, flux capacitor I think it's called, and add that to, there's one that changes the statistics of your laborers, makes them travel faster, carry more, really balances out that age, slowing down of the age growth, which is a pretty good tandem. There's a mod that changes, adds to the type of tools that you can build. What other mods have I tested? I think there's one more. New maps and map sizes. So there's a marshy terrain, a volcanic, or a caldera. I think they've changed it to flooded, hilly plains, which is pretty much a pure flat. Oh, I need I need some more livestock is what I need. That would be the next thing to bring in on a boat, hopefully. And there's another student, so we're up to 6 students, 8 children. So we're starting work. I mentioned at the end of the last session, for those following along on YouTube, that I was primed for a bit of a population boom, and I think we're going to start seeing that here over the course of this year through the next couple years. We've got plenty of room in the houses for them to produce children, although some of them are past childbearing age. Did I get this house done? I did. And we've got a married pair in there now, a student and the blacksmith. Now they won't produce children until the student is at least well, in this mod I'm not in the vanilla I'm not sure what that is. In the mod that I've been testing, it's 16 before they become able to bear children, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But some of these houses, some of these families still can. We'll have more room for people to move into new houses here very shortly, so I'm not going to bother building any more houses. All we'll do is get a student moved into the house right now, which the students won't produce children, so. Okay, so we got the full field planted in time, it looks like. That's good. I still think it's going to be a substandard harvest. We've had 800, full harvest has been roughly 850 or slightly more in the past, so we're starting to harvest the blackberries down here. It's early autumn, we're starting to harvest the soybeans, so we'll see. We might get a full harvest out of that field. And I'm not going to bother taking anybody off, although we're going to be losing three people here, and we don't have 3 general laborers to replace them, so I actually might have to do some juggling with the farmers here. I'll probably have to take the cleric off. Okay, there's our merchant. Let's see what the merchant has. Cows. Hey, we've got cows again. Good. Let's get 2 of them. And let's go ahead and give away 85 coats. It's $12.75, so I need 3 1/4 more. That leaves 1 1/4. I don't have any odd units here, do I? That leaves 140. That's 30 of those. That leaves 20, 35 of those. There we go. So we've got ourselves a pair of cows now. We can go ahead and turn. This farm field might be a little bit, or this pasture might be a little bit small. We'll have to wait and see. So far we've harvested 100 blackberries and 200 soybeans. Good. How's our barn doing? 50% full on that one. That one's 60% full. Looks like our firewood is good. Now, somebody in the YouTube mentioned that firewood is a good thing to sell. Since I'm short on lumber, however. How many people do I have in the foresters? I only have I have 2 in the foresters. I have plenty of wood to chop down locally, so that's not a big issue either. I guess I should probably go ahead and get rid of some of these here. Nope, that's not trees to chop down, never mind. And yeah, the last session we did get our inn and garden up, so we are producing wine here with the winery here, harvesting plums. We don't have any plums in storage. We have blackberries, however. What am I looking for? Inventory. 150 blackberries. Yeah, we have no plums in storage right now. Okay, no big deal. They'll be harvested here shortly. Okay, in the meantime, 272 blackberries, 300. Okay, we're going to hit our quota, or pretty close to our quota of soybeans here, it looks like. Might be a little bit substandard, but not as badly as I thought. Okay, our record age, by the way, is 84 years old. It was our fisherman here. We had a fisherman that I kept trying to force him to be a farmer because I had him as the only house right next to this farm field, and he refused to farm. He kept going over here to this fishing hut and fishing. He ended up living to 84. We'll see if we break that record here with one of these. Okay, we have plenty of open spots for laborers. We just don't have enough laborers to fill them. We got a fishing hut that could be occupied. We have a stone mine that can be occupied, and we have plenty of open spaces in the existing. There's another birth. So that's two births this year. Okay, and one death. So we've gained one. We're up to 38 people. Going to end up losing a couple more this year or early next year, I suspect. And all of this room to expand into eventually. Huge map, and we're going to have to see how full we can make this map and still sustain a population here. A little bit of hilly ground over here won't be great for expansion, but maybe some mines over there or something would be good. And I decided I was able to actually make use of this little hill here, despite, I think it was a, let's take a look at our storage options. I think I figured I could get a root cellar in here. Yes, a couple of root cellars in here. I think I'm going to go ahead and build one. We might as well make use of the raised ground where we can. And the root cellars store fruits and vegetables. That would be neat if we could take this barn and say, don't store that type of stuff. Store the venison, the fish, and the dry goods, but I don't think you can limit what they store. So we'll have to see if this little root cellar actually gets used at all. We shall see. In the meantime, we've got plenty of stone, we've got some iron, our tool limit is at 125, so we're not there yet. Our stored clothes limit's not there yet. And we've got ourselves a pair of cows now, breeding stock, and there's another laborer, good. And there's okay, and we just had 2 people die of old age. The farmer and the tailor both died of old age. That opened one house for one of the young, daughter that was living with her father over here in one of the, no, we still got the father-daughter over here, never mind. Okay, so we have a single unattached, single unattached male now. We'll have to see if there is anybody of marriageable age to move in. I don't know that there is at this point. No, 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 not sure what that is there. That may actually be a husband-wife, I don't know. Okay, so we've got some in their 60s now that are going to be the next houses to keep an eye on. Yeah, there are no single female of marriageable age. Oops. I closed the wrong one. Which one was that? So let's start keeping an eye. We'll keep an eye on that one because that's going to open soon. And some of these 60-year-olds are going to be the next houses open, but they've got a few years. Again, we don't have anybody right now ready to move into a house, so it really doesn't matter if we do anything with them or not. So we only have the one house that is about ready to break, but that does put us back down to 36 people as we enter autumn of year 21. And we have no laborers. Let's see, this farm is fully harvested, so let's go ahead and that's the only one we can harvest right now. Come on. This is painful here. Crop field. I don't want anyone working this crop field. I guess what I need to do is do that. That'll keep them harvesting the blackberries. And come spring, I'll turn that farm field back on. So we can continue harvesting the plums. It looks like we had a harvest of 600 plums this year, which will allow our wine producer to get busy again. And it looks like it is. Blacksmith is busy. We've got no leather for the tailor to work with at this point. And here we've got a new laborer. Okay, good. 2 laborers now. That is what, our 3rd laborer this year, and I suspected we would have 1 more. We're down to three students. We need some more students. 2 seasons or so before they become a student. Same there. 1. So sometime this year or early next year we'll have another student there. Spring we'll have a student there. We have a couple more students ready. We should have 1 more getting ready to graduate here soon. "12 years, 12 years. Maybe they're not. Nobody else ready to graduate. Maybe we've hit our total graduates this year. Yep, no more graduates this year. Couple, 2 or 3 new students early next year, so that'll help. That'll bump those numbers up, but we're looking at 2 years before they graduate. So we'll have a couple graduates next year, a couple more laborers, and again, only 1 nearing the old age mark here. I need some more labor so I can get some of these other industries going. Nothing to do at the moment. Oh, we're maxed out on our graves. Oh no. That's not good. I don't know how long they take to decay. What's our happiness and health at? 4.5, 4.5, not bad. Let's take a look at some graphs while this is running. Population, I said we've slowly gone up after that died down. Like I said, I expect to see this jump to 45 or 50 here over the course of the next 4 years or so. We'll have to wait and see. Clothed, fully educated, going up, not quite 100%. Happiness. Yeah, this one probably is our last uneducated. Oh no, she's educated. We might actually. Okay, we're on generation 4 or thereabouts. I think we are actually fully educated now. Yeah, it looks like we are actually fully educated. Happiness has been pretty steady. It's gone up slightly. Like I said, we did get the alcohol production, so that'll help. And health has been just on a slow, very slow increase. Our food production has been pretty solid here. You can see when they've been taking food, but we've gone right back up to where we were. Logs, yeah, I'm not so worried about the resources here. Those will just fluctuate on and off throughout the game. Firewood's a good one to keep a track on, and we're keeping near my current max requirement of 225, I presume. 200. Nope, that's logs. Fuel 200, yeah. So we're okay there. We're maintaining. We haven't started mining coal yet. Our tool production is good. Our herb production is good. We've been using some. Oh, we just sold a bunch, that's why. And that's probably where all of that is going. Our clothing. I probably need to turn the clothing to the trader off a little bit to make sure we have clothes available for our citizens. Although we're fully clothed right now, if I take all of the clothes over here, we won't get replacements here. So let's turn the clothing, hide coats. We'll turn it down to 70, and that should make sure that we have a stockpile growing. We only have one left in the stockpiles right now, so that should start growing again. The tailor will be busy as we get leather in. Speaking of leather, I should probably add one hunter, because right now we don't have any other source of clothing material. And our cows are producing milk. We'll use that milk in the bakery eventually. Can't do it right now, but eventually we will be able to. Let's see, we've got 2 farmers. We're late winter, so I'm not going to bother with this. We're going to add our 3rd farmer as soon as the season turns and make sure this field starts getting worked. We did end up making, slightly substandard crop, 650 compared to 868. Now our first season of blackberries is a little under 500. I expect that to go up in season 2. If the soybean industry was any indication of the growth, the first season's substandard, and then it goes up slightly from there over the course of 2 years. Can't build the coal mine yet. We got ourselves our root cellar built here. Nothing in it. Not much I can do to force it at this point either, so we'll just wait and see if it actually starts gathering stuff over time. Got nothing else to use that little bit of land here because of the slope, so it's better than nothing. Those joining the channel, welcome. Welcome back if you're returning. Okay, so okay, we got a new student. We got a winter child. Okay, that was 2 winter children. Is that 2 new children? Yes, we're up to 38. So which lucky houses? There we go. Carlisle there. And Windell. So yeah, that was okay. So they're 19-year difference, and they're still able to have children. Not the case in the Flux mod, where I think the max age difference between husband and wife to bear children is 16 years. Okay, let's go ahead and get that 3rd farm running. One and one. We've got 3 farmers. Why are you refusing to? Three farmers. That has 1 in it. That has 1 in it. Let's give it a second to see if it catches up. There's 1 farmer there. There's a builder there. There's a farmer there. Where's our 3rd farmer at? Okay. We've got a farmer with no job. Why can't I force them into this farm here? 3 farmers. There we go. 1 of 1. Takes a little bit of finagling. Sometimes it appears. So there's a farmer there. 1 farmer there. Where's the 3rd farmer live? Not where I want him to, that's for sure. Over here. Okay, well, I'll live with it for now. It's not going to be fully productive unless I take the builder off that. I'm not building anything. Let's take this. Force this one into another profession. Laborer. Now let's put this back up and see if we forced, yes, there we go. We forced that to be a farmer. So our farmers are all near the fields right now. Good. And this one became just a general laborer over here now. Okay, that worked out perfect. Gives us one general laborer still. Like I said, there's a couple new students. We're up to 5 students, 10 children, 39 people. Oh, wait, we had a spring child too. Elmer's plural. Where's Elmer's born at? Let's see, probably this one right here. Nope. Too young to have children still. Elmer's right there. Okay. So yeah, we've got plenty of open spots in the houses. 82 years old for Lacelia. She is the ale wench. Where does Lacelia live? Right there. All by herself. And speaking of which, our Inn and Garden has 183 wines, so our wine production is going very well here. I think I want to keep some wine over here for sale. There it is. Let's take 50 and keep it over here. See if that sells for... Yeah, that sells pretty good. 8 units a piece. So, I'm not sure what our next request from the trader is. Probably another seed or livestock type again. Grain wheat would be great, so we could start a bakery. Wheat production, bread production, pie production, whatever. Okay, our herbalist, tailor, and blacksmith are all working as general laborers, as is our vintner. So we have a couple extra laborers. Our blackberry and soybean fields are being planted. Great. Okay, more students. We're up to 5 students. None of those students are going to, I think maybe 1 or 2 of these students will graduate this year. More students on the way. Yeah, maybe by the end of this year, Garvey will graduate. Abrilia and Glennox as well. So we've got 3 students that might graduate by the end of this year. At worst, it'll be early next year. We've got a hunter here looking for a house. So let's go ahead and oblige. No, this house is about ready to be emptied anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it. All he could do is marry a student anyway, and that's not going to produce any children. Now we need our Frisian cows to procreate as well. Up to another new student, so we're up to 6 students now. Good. Still at 39 people. Let's see. Iron is good. Iron's okay. Blacksmith is maxed out, so the iron is going to stockpile, which is good. Stone. Let's grab ourselves some more stone from over here. Right here is a chunk of stone. We have some laborers free. Let's go ahead and make use of them. There's a little bit more down there. There's more down there. Since we're going to be building more stone structures here, let's take a look and see what else we can build. Let's see, storage-wise, I still need to get that market down at some point, but I don't think it's a big issue at this point. Trading post, dry storage, bank barn, grain silo, and root cellar. Nope, nothing there. How about town services? We've got a well, right? I seem to recall, yeah, there's a well up here. We've got our schoolhouse. We don't have a hospital yet. Something I might have to consider soon. Parish house, chapel, abbey, who gather berries and herbs and brew ale. There's our monks. That's what I was looking for. I don't have enough general laborers yet to worry about that. Maybe the abbey's the next thing that we do. We'll make some ale in addition to the wine. We'll probably build it here near this hunter's lodge, which we have 3 hunters. Why is none of them working this lodge? Let's change that up a bit. Where's my hunter's lodge? Down here. Let's make that 2, and we'll force 1 to work up here. And let's see, we've got our road extending up. Let's go ahead and extend it over. At some point I have to consider stone roads as well. But I don't have enough stone for that, and I don't have a quarry working, so that's going to be a long-term thing. Use stone roads on the more heavily traversed areas. Okay, our crop fields are fully planted. Good. Hunter student, farmer farmer, farmer trader. So that covers the dock, all 3 farms. Where's our herder at? Our herder's having to travel a ways. Herdsman is living all the way over here, really? Might have to rethink that. But I'll leave it for now. Okay, here we are in early summer. Our food is still good. We've produced 4,400. We've used 4,700 so far this year, but we've got a good surplus, and that'll catch up. I'm sorry, we've produced 800 and we've used 1,300. Last year we produced 4,400 and used 4,700. So yeah, I'm going to have to add some people to food production here in the near future as we have more people born. And our Aylwyn's 83 years old. Will she break our record of 84 years old? We'll have to keep an eye on her. She's about ready to turn 84 now. And here she is, 84 years old, and she's still able to lift the iron and carry it off to the barn or wagon. More students. Good. Good, good, good. So year 24 is going to be a good year for producing extra laborers, and we don't expect too many deaths in year 24 either. So not only is she grabbing iron, she's grabbing firewood as well. How much is she carrying at almost 84 years old? 4 firewood and 2 iron. And she's going to grab something else as well. She's going to grab some fish as well. So yeah, year 24 is going to be a good year. 8 years, so at that point our oldest people will be in their mid-70s. The end of year 24, which means we're going to have extra laborers at that point, and it looks like our harvest has started of blackberries. She's still carrying the iron around. Why are you still carrying iron around? Nope, there she goes. Drops it off in the stockpile. Now, can we make a blackberry wine? We can. Let's make some blackberry wine. We've got plenty of blackberries in storage. So we will have an assortment of wines available now. Blackberry and plum wine. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 students this year. But only the 1 birth so far. Would is she up to now? She's idling. Well, she deserves to idle. She's not very happy. I wonder why. Why aren't you? Well, okay, she lives all by herself. She's 83 years old. And is there any space left in the cemetery? There's no space left in the cemetery. Oh no. That's not good. We need a new cemetery. It sure doesn't have enough room for anybody. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I don't really want to build a huge cemetery at this point. And just have to leave it be for now. Our herbalist is maxed out. And we can change this limit to 125. Keep our herbalist working a little bit. We're slowly building up our stock of coats again, it looks like. Blacksmith is maxed out at 125. That's good for now. 125 is plenty of tools. I want to increase my surplus of stored iron. Okay, so our blackberry production up to 300. Oh my gosh, we're going to hit like 1,000 blackberries at this rate for this harvest. We're certainly going to exceed last year's harvest of 468. See about our soybean harvest. We should still have our farmers living locally, right? Farmer, farmer, farmer. Yep, 3 farmers. Trader, 4 farmers? 1. I can't read. There's 2 farmers. Hunter. I don't know where I got a 3rd farmer from. There's our 3rd farmer there. Our herdsman is still living quite a ways away. Probably because I activated this hunting cabin and bumped this guy to from a herdsman to a hunter. Our cows are escaping. Get back inside. The cow is stuck halfway over the fence. Forget jumping over the moon. You can't even jump over the fence. Okay. It looks like our harvest of plums is going as well. Yep, we've already exceeded last year's blackberry harvest. And we're still only in late summer, so we'll be able to harvest that field fully without a problem. Nobody's producing children, and Lucilia hit 84. Let's keep an eye on her. If it turns autumn, she should turn 85. Let's keep her up there in the corner so we can keep an eye on her. Where's all our children? You're too old to have children now. You're too old to have children. You've had one recently. You're probably too soon. You're still a 16-year-old student male. 22-year-old male. So I've got a bunch of males waiting for females to come of age, it looks like. You're probably too old to have children. You're still a student, so I guess we can't, not too many more families can have children at this point. Let's see if we hit 85 with Lucilia here. It has just turned autumn. She's about ready to turn 85. Lucilia the ale wench. I almost said alien wench. Ale wench. About to become our record oldest citizen in Castanar's Corner. And she is still busy picking up stuff. Now she's... Oh, that's the house inventory. I don't need that. She's taking wine back to the garden. She's doing her job. I wonder what the oldest anybody has had a citizen. I do not know. I think I seem to recall having an 88-year-old in one of my early saves. That might be my highest age. Now, here's the thing. She's got a happiness of 1/2. Our average happiness is 4.5. I bet when she passes on, our happiness is going to jump up to 5 because I think she's probably bringing the average happiness down with her 1/2 star happiness. Still at 84. She's idling now. She deserves to idle. Idle away. Our blackberry harvest is 616, so a third better than last year. Our soybean harvest is back up to a full 800 plus harvest, so our food production this year is good. And hey, we have another laborer, which is good because we're going to need to replace the Celia here momentarily. Let's see what our full harvest is here. Look at all this stuff she's carrying. Onions, mushrooms, venison, roots, and blueberries. Must be taking it to her house. Yep, that's what she's doing. And our soybean crop is fully harvested, 868. That is the maximum we can get off that field. That's the highest we've seen. So we can turn this field off temporarily and let them go. Oops, what's going on here? What are you? You're my farmer. Okay. There we go. And that gives us a third general laborer. I just don't want to make sure that we're not just idling around here while I need some laborers. I'm getting close to the point where I won't have to worry about juggling them as quite so often. Production, we've produced, okay, here we go. We've produced 4,500 food and we've only used 3,000 food. So we are doing quite well in the food department at the moment. $84, come on, let's see if we can turn 85. Let's see, yeah. Here comes our trade barge. Let's see what they've got. Boom, boom. Okay, barley seeds. Hey, a new seed type. Perfect. Let's go ahead and they don't buy much, do they? Okay. 1450. That leaves us 1,050 to go. This is only 600. I don't have enough stuff here at the moment. I need 350 more in goods. What's the best good? Probably iron tools. So let's bump our iron tools up. And we'll leave that there while we get those tools brought over. Let's add a second trader to help ferry things over. And 812 blackberries appears to... Oh, no, we're not still fully harvested. We can get a couple more blackberries out of this field. And she still hasn't turned 85. Come on, traders, trade. Bring tools. We have plenty in storage right now. Oh, there's a trader going off. I see him. Going to grab some stuff, and here comes a trader coming back. Have to remember to turn the tools back down and the herbs and everything else back down as well, especially the clothing. Hey, two new children there. We are now over 40 people, 41 people, and another laborer. Good. And she's 85, new record. And another laborer. Did I say that? I did. 84, or yeah, 4 laborers now, plus an extra one in the trader pool. New record age, 85 for Lucilia. She beat Macquarie, or whatever his name was, the fisherman, and a couple other citizens who lived to 84. Okay, let's see if we have enough stuff here yet. Nope, not yet. Probably can bring some more firewood over as well. Okay, now we have enough stuff. We are 50 over, 50, 50, 50. We're not going to get 50 out of this. Let's take that down to 95. That leaves us 10 over. Overpaying by 2 units. Well, I don't have 2 units worth of stuff to pull out. Okay. Merchant made a profit off of us this time. Okay, now before I unpause, let us take the herbs can stay up at 50 for now. Firewood is good where it is. Hide coats, we want to keep that down, and tools until we can build up our stocks of those again. And I can take 1 off the trader pool. Okay, that gives me 5 laborers. I'm going to put another farm field down, probably here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to encroach too much in the farming territory, so put another field down right in between those 2 roads there, and be able to put another crop down next year. Okay, perfect. That was barley. What can we do with barley, I wonder? Have to see if I don't think okay, anyway, so Lucilia is now 85. We are 41 people. We'll drop down to 40 here soon. Another student this year, so that's what, 5 students this year? That's good. I'm taking a quick look at the mod description here. If it'll open, let's see. Actually, they have a web page for it. I'll have to open that, colonialcharter.com. That might be a better place to get information here. Let's see. We will go ahead and we're not collecting any fish right now. We have a fisherman. We do have a fisherman. Okay, it's just working that one up there. We're going to add another fisherman, and we will have space for another crop here when we get a chance. Let's look at the crops and orchards on the wiki. No articles in that category. Okay, items and resources. Barley. Barley is a crop that is used as food or by the watermill or windmill to make flour. Okay, so we can have our first, and can also be used by the distillery to make whiskey when combined with glass and firewood. Oh, that sounds good. Although I think I'm going to go with the watermill. We are going to start our first flour production here in a year's time, roughly. And 85 and still aging is our Lacelia the Ale Wench. Let's see, I'm going to lose 2 laborers to the farms. That's going to leave us with 2 laborers, and we'll lose 1 more laborer when Lacelia finally passes. That'll still leave us with 1 laborer, and it looks like we have grave space. Hey, perfect. So Lacelia has a place to rest when she finally goes to rest. Gets laid to rest. While I have a couple spare laborers, let's grab some more of this stone. I suspect I'll need it for the watermill or windmill. Watermill. I wonder, windmill, where can we build a windmill? That would be in the production. No. Food production. Windmill. Looks like it can be built in the open. Can't be built on hills. That's a shame. I thought maybe a windmill on top of a hill would make perfect sense, but. And the watermill's fairly large structure here. Wonder if I can fit it in here at all. Doesn't look like it. There we go. So I could fit the windmill here right next to the blackberry field. I'm going to go ahead and set it down, but I'm not going to actually build it yet. Okay, so this crop is going to be barley. We have our 3rd crop field now. And here we're still in winter. Turn it off temporarily until we turn around in spring and get 2 new farmers working. 86 years old and still aging, Lacelia is. Okay, here soon we're going to need to put more people in the mines and quarries. Probably when the next batch of students graduate will be the time. Oops, I forgot to dismiss the boat. That's fine. Off it goes. Trader's still busy hauling stuff. Can't click on the trader. What has the trader got in his little useful bag of tricks that he's hauling? Herbs. Okay. So our herbalist will be busy for a while again. We're up to 11 coats. And we are getting 18 leather, 36 leather a season. Good. So we'll be able to replace those coats soon. And we're getting 6 leather from the cows as well. I think we lost a cow. Holy cow. Did you slaughter a cow? Is that what you did? Don't go doing that. You got beef, 200 beef, 6 leather. You slaughtered a cow. Don't go slaughtering all the cows. You need them. You need them to breed them. So, Lacelia at 86. I wonder if we can hit 90 with a citizen. I expected that house to be open. Let's see, we have 1 male, but there's no breeding partners for that 1 male, so it really doesn't matter if I build a house or not. There's a 1 female there, but she's a student, so they won't breed anyway. I've already determined that. We got a lot of males and not that many females here. Still, that's an ongoing issue. Hey, there we go. We have a child. We have a new child. Baby Khmer, born of what family? There we go. Of the newly graduated Abrilia who just graduated in autumn of 22. So yeah, they do not have children while they are students. I don't know if it's going to be age specific as well. Like if we have a 17-year-old graduate, if they can have children, but certainly not while they are still students. We still have a bunch of males and not too many females here. That will be an issue. I think I'm going to up my fuel limit as well. We've got plenty of trees right now, and I'm going to also up my log limit so that the foresters don't stop working.